Hey guys, welcome back. You're still tuned into Midcap Radar. We're getting the last of the earnings, so let's talk about ITD Cementation. It reported what was quite a strong set of Q3 earnings. The revenue is up over 50%. Margin has also expanded to over 10% in Q3. So we have the management joining us. Mr. Prasad Patwardhan is Chief Financial Officer at ITD Cementation. Mr. Patwardhan, thanks a lot for joining us. This is Pavitra. And I want to begin by asking you about the revenues because, in the 9 months of this year so far, you've already hit almost 5,500 crores. Plus, your order book is looking very strong. I think it's for this financial year so far, it's already over 6,000 crores. Considering all of that, do you think you can outdo the guidance that you had shared with us earlier, which was around 7,000 crores?
Good afternoon, Pavitra, and thank you for having me on your show. Well, that's right. We have done about 5,500 crores in 9 months. And even earlier, we had indicated that we should be around 7,500 crores in this financial year. So I guess we should be around 7,500 crores, maybe or slightly more than that, closer to maybe 7,700 or 800 crores. So that is where we are looking or hoping to end the year at.
Okay, all right. And what are you looking at in terms of order inflows? So far till FY24, you've seen order inflows of 6,100 crore rupees. Where are you L1 right now? And considering that quarter 4 will also see the quarter ahead of elections, what kind of activity will you see? Will you see some sort of, a halt in terms of order wins?
Well, our order wins till December were 6,100 crores. Post the end of the quarter, we have received orders worth about 700 odd crores. And we are L1 on one small order worth about 200 crores. So that's where we are. There are some orders in the pipeline where we have submitted our bids. And we need to wait and see if those orders materialize before 31st March. But we are hoping to be somewhere in the range of 8,000 crores of new order wins in this financial year. You're right, as far as the elections are concerned, there is likely to be a little bit of lull till May or June. But even then, the focus on infrastructure is likely to remain going forward. And next year also, we are hoping to get new orders worth about 8,000-9,000 or around 10,000 crores or so.
Okay, got that. Mr. Patwardhan, just help me with one thing. So you're saying that, all of these orders which are currently underway, give me the timeline for that. I'm just trying to understand when they can start reflecting on the top line. That's one. And also, what is the kind of capex that you need for all of these ongoing projects?
Well, most of the orders that we have secured, barring the ones which we secured in the last few months, they are already started contributing. We have started executing those projects. But you will see a larger contribution of some of these orders coming through in the next financial year. This year, the contribution from these new orders may not be that significant.
Okay. So in that case, what will your debt levels look like? You did indicate last year it was higher, the debt number, but rise in debt will be lower this year. Can you give us a sense of the absolute number? And also the other question, balance sheet is on your working capital days. They had increased in quarter 2. What is the update now?
Well, as far as the gross debt is concerned, we are at about 860 crores as of December. The net debt on the balance sheet is just over 400 crores. And we are still sticking to the same guidance. We don't expect any significant increase in our debt levels in the last quarter of this financial year. We are pretty focused on keeping our balance sheet leverage as low as possible. So I don't expect any major increase in our debt levels either in this financial. In the next financial, the working capital debt may go up a bit, but still it will be very well within manageable limits. As far as the working capital days are concerned, we are roughly at 85-90 days, and we expect that to continue going forward as well. Although the actual numbers may increase with the increase in the scale of operations, in terms of number of days, we expect it to be around, below 90 days, I would say.
All right, got that. I just wanted to ask you on these projects which you're executing in Sri Lanka and in Bangladesh, can you give us some details on that? And, just what is the project for? What is the kind of timeline for those as well?
Well, both are marine projects. In Sri Lanka, we are doing a marine project. We are constructing the West Container Terminal in Colombo. And that project is likely to be over around mid-25. The Bangladesh order we have just secured. We are still in the planning stage, and the execution is yet to begin.
So what is the size?
In the next 1 or 2 months. Sorry?
What is the size for both of these?
Bangladesh is about 1,200 crores and Sri Lanka is about 800 crores.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about legacy orders. They were sub 5%. Can you give us a sense of whether there has been further reduction on that? What is the plan here? And what is the order book split between the private players, the government? Is that going to continue in that way?
Well, the legacy orders are almost out of the system. I think it may be hardly 1 or 2% or even not even that much in our order book today. Sorry, what was your second question?
Wanted to understand the split in your order book between private, government.
Well, the private sector in our order book is around 40%, but that is largely on account of the road project that we are, the Ganga Expressway. We have a large order from the Ganga Expressway project, and there, as far as we are concerned, the client is Adani. So it's classified in our order book as a private sector order. But historically, we have seen that infrastructure, our order book, typically government and PSU accounts for about 80-85% of our order book. Right now, because of this one large project that we have under execution, the private sector contribution is about 40%.
Okay, all right, Mr. Patwardhan, thank you so much for joining us today with the outlook going forward and the quarter gone by as well. That's the word coming in from ITD Cementation. They will be able to exceed their revenue guidance for the financial year. Well, it's time to